Beloved child, before time even whispered your name into existence, I marked this moment. This one, right now, not by chance, not by accident, not by mistake, but by divine orchestration. You didn't just stumble upon this message, you were summoned to it. Heaven has been stirring around you. There has been movement in the unseen. Something holy has been drawing near, even when you could not perceive it. And now the veil begins to lift. But first be still. Quiet the noise. Lay down the distractions. What you are about to hear was written into your story long before your heart first learned to beat. This is not just encouragement. This is not just poetic reassurance. This is a divine disruption, a holy interruption, a sacred warning, and a sacred invitation. You have sensed it, haven't you? That uneasy feeling, that strange pressure in the atmosphere, the sudden awareness that something around you, within you, is shifting. It's like the air itself has been charged with meaning, though you don't know what it means. There have been signs, small ones, hidden ones, moments where time seemed to pause and something unseen tried to get your attention. You've heard your name whispered in the silence. You've felt your spirit tremble in rooms that seemed normal on the surface. You've been waking up in the middle of the night for no reason at all, your heart racing like it heard a knock no one else heard. That was me, calling, not punishing, not accusing, but summoning. You see, there's a reason things haven't felt normal lately. There's a reason the familiar suddenly feels foreign. You're standing on the edge of divine transition, and the Spirit of God has come to awaken you before you miss the most important door of your life. Do not underestimate what is unfolding. This is not a soft season. This is a holy one. Heaven has drawn near. And when heaven draws near, everything must shift. You've prayed, God, give me a sign. But child, you are standing in it. This message is not just words. It is a confirmation. You've been asking in secret if I still see you, if I still hear you, if I still care. Let me answer clearly. Yes, I see you. Yes, I hear you. Yes, ikare. And I am responding now. Not with the answer you expected, but with the answer you needed. Because what is coming next cannot be entered lightly. And I love you too much to let you walk into the next season blind. 2 messengers are coming. Not 1, but 2. Do not let that number escape you. In the spirit, 2 means confirmation. 2 is agreement. 2 is truth established. What I am preparing in your life will not go unnoticed. It will not be small. It will not be silent. It will carry spiritual weight that shakes foundations and lifts veils. It will be the moment others realize something touched you that did not come from man. And before that shift comes, I'm pulling you aside to prepare you. Because if I don't prepare you, what was meant to elevate you might overwhelm you. You've already sensed the signs. Things that once worked no longer work. Doors that used to open are now sealed shut. What once fed you now stars you. What once felt like home now feels like a prison. That is not confusion. That is me. I'm untangling you from what can't come with you. The enemy has tried to twist this season and make you think you're lost. But listen, you're not lost. You're being repositioned. You're not being punished. You're being called. You're not being delayed. You're being prepared. And preparation feels like pressure. But pressure always precedes purpose. This is your wake-up moment. Don't ignore it. Don't scroll past it. Don't silence your spirit again. I've shaken things around you not to harm you, but to get your attention. Because what's coming requires your full awareness. And now the choice is yours. Will you receive what I'm about to show you? Will you lean in? Or will you walk away, thinking this was just another message? Because I'm not speaking to your ears. I'm speaking to your soul. Beloved one, you stayed. And because you remained when it would have been easier to turn away, I will now show you what others could not handle. You chose to listen, not with your ears, but with your spirit. And for that, the next veil is lifting. The enemy hoped you would scroll away. He whispered, "This is too much. It's not for you. Move on." But deep down, you knew something sacred was happening. Something beyond coincidence. Something undeniable. And now that you've remained, heaven is ready to speak again. Let me be clear. You are standing in the fulfillment of a divine setup. Everything that broke you, everything that confused you, every storm that tried to bury you, it all led you here. not to a dead end, but to a holy beginning. You thought it was over. But I tell you, it was only the cover page. Let me explain what has been hidden. You cried. Why do I feel like everything is crumbling? But I, the Lord, answer you now, because I am removing what you thought was the foundation, so I can reveal who the true foundation is. I'm stripping away what was unstable, so I can anchor you in the unshakable. You're not being buried. You're being planted. You're not being forgotten. You're being protected. And yes, 2 messengers are still coming. Not because I needed to, but because you did. Because I wanted you to know that this is not imagination. This is not wishful thinking. This is a sacred alignment confirmed in the Spirit. Let's go deeper. Do you remember the moments of strange silence? The sudden doors that slammed shut? The people who walked away without warning? The opportunities that vanished overnight? I let them leave. I allowed the silence. Because if they had stayed, you would have trusted them more than me. And I'm too committed to your destiny to let you settle for safe places that poison your purpose. You see, beloved, sometimes I have to break your rhythm to restore your alignment. Sometimes I must allow what you built to collapse, not out of cruelty, but because I refuse to let you worship what you built more than the one who gave you the vision. This season wasn't punishment. It was purification, a divine reset, a holy stripping away of the noise so you could finally hear my whisper again. And now, listen closely. What's coming will require you to discern me in ways you've never had to before, because it will look unfamiliar. It will come wrapped in what appears inconvenient. It won't always come through a pulpit or a song. It may come through the stranger on the street, through the unexpected phone call, through the closed door that felt like rejection, but was actually redirection. 2 messengers, 2 divine encounters. Watch closely. They're closer than you think. But before they come, I need you to do something. Surrender the outcome. Let go of your version of what deliverance should look like. You prayed for breakthrough, but now I ask, will you accept it, even if it comes in an unfamiliar form? You ask for a sign, but signs don't come for your comfort. They come for your obedience. What you do with this revelation will determine whether the next door opens. So, I ask you again, will you believe me even when it doesn't make sense what you follow, when it costs you certainty? Will you trust me, even if all you have is this voice and a strange feeling in your spirit? Because what comes next is not for the casual believer. It is for the surrendered. It is for the ones who say, Lord, not my way, but yours. You have listened this far. That alone marks you as different. Heaven does not pour this kind of word into distracted hearts. Only those who are willing to be undone, reformed, and led in a mystery will receive what I'm about to unveil. And now, child, the first messenger is drawing near. You won't recognize them by title, not by appearance, not even by religious status, because the messenger I'm sending will not come robed in the garments of clergy, but in the humility of a stranger who's walked through fire and lived to speak of it. They will not sound like a sermon, but when they speak, your spirit will tremble, because it won't be their words, it will be mine flowing through them. The first messenger is coming to confirm what you dare to hope. They will speak of things no one else knows about you. Their timing will be unsettling, because it will feel like they interrupted your day. But they did not interrupt anything. I sent them to interrupt your despair. I sent them to remind you that your story is not over. They carry a message you once asked me to send on a night when you felt like surrendering everything. You wept and whispered, God, if you're still with me, send sign. And now, I'm sending one. This messenger is not just bringing comfort. They're bringing confirmation. They're the living proof that what broke you will not bury you. Their story will mirror your wounds, and their words will resurrect your faith. Do not brush them off. Do not dismiss their words as coincidence. When they speak, I want you to remember this. You asked for this, and I kept my promise. Child, I know you're tired. Tired of believing. Tired of hoping. Tired of waiting. You've fought private battles with a smile on your face and silence in your heart. You've kept going when everything in you wanted to collapse. But this is the part of the story where you realize, I never left. Every time your strength failed, mine stepped in. You thought you were forgotten? No, beloved. You are being preserved. Because what I'm doing in you requires deep work. And deep work requires deep wilderness. And now, you're nearing the edge of that wilderness. But don't mistake transition for completion. The first messenger is the beginning of a shift. They will awaken what trauma tried to kill. They will remind you that what I've started in you, I will finish. Here is your instruction. When a messenger comes, listen with your spirit. Don't just hear their words. Feel their weight. You'll know it's them because something in you will break open again, but it won't be fear. It will be recognition. Your spirit will weep before your eyes ever do. Your heart will know, God remembered me. This encounter will not be for show. It will not be loud, but it will be holy. And when it ends, you'll go home different. You'll stand in your room, tears on your face, hands trembling with reverence. And you'll whisper the only words your soul can find. God came for me, and that, child, will only be the beginning. Because the second messenger is still coming. They will not confirm what you feel. They will activate what you've been called to become. But first, I must awaken your belief again. That is why the first comes in humility, because healing always precedes commissioning. You encountered the first, and though you didn't fully understand it at the time, something changed that day. Something shifted in you. It wasn't just words. They touched a place in your spirit you had sealed shut. Hope began to stir again. Not loud, but alive. And now, beloved, it's time for the second messenger. This one will not come softly. This one is not here to comfort, but to commission. They are not sent to soothe your wounds. They are sent to ignite your destiny. If the first messenger came to whisper healing, this one comes to awaken boldness. If the first said, "You are not forgotten," this one will say, "Now rise." Because it's time to build. The second messenger is not here to pat you on the back. They are here to shake you free from everything still trying to paralyze your purpose. They will not come with gentle language. Their words will carry a sharp edge, like iron sharpening iron. You may feel resistant at first. It may even offend your comfort zone. But that is how you will know it is me. Child, you've had enough encouragement. You've had enough waiting rooms. Now is the moment for your awakening. You asked me to open doors. I am. But I must first open you, tear down the walls you built out of protection, and call forth the version of you I authored before you were ever broken. That's what this messenger carries, the key to your next season. You won't see them coming. They will enter your life at a moment that seems ordinary. It may be during a conversation you didn't want to have, or a place you nearly didn't go. But when they speak, everything in you will sit up straight, like your soul was called to attention. They will not tell you what you want to hear. They will tell you what your purpose needs to hear. They may say things like, "Why are you still hiding what God healed? When will you stop doubting what's already been confirmed? You don't need more time. You need more obedience." It will feel like a confrontation, but it's actually a commissioning, because heaven is not waiting anymore. The hour is urgent, and you are necessary. Yes, you. With your scars, with your trembling faith, with your history and your hesitations. God doesn't need a perfect vessel. He needs a willing one, and he sees that in you. This second messenger is not your answer. They're your activation. Their role is to pull back the curtain on who you really are. Not the version you've been surviving as, but the version who was anointed to carry fire. Because you're not just a survivor. You're not just the one who made it through. You are the one who will lead others out. And it begins here, with this encounter, with this moment. And after they speak, there will be a decision. No angel will make it for you. No miracle will force it into your hands. It will be your choice. Will you step into what I've been calling you toward all along? Or will you retreat again, waiting for a better time, a more convenient confirmation, a safer circumstance? There is no safer place than obedience. There is no more powerful moment than the one in which you say, "Yes, Lord, send me, even if I'm afraid." This is your edge, the edge of what was and what could be. You've walked far, but this is the part where walking ends and leaping begins. I'm not asking you to have it all together. I'm asking you to move while trusting me to hold it all together. The second messenger is only the beginning. What comes after will stretch you, challenge you, call you deeper. but also fill you with a joy you've never known. Because you'll finally be living in alignment with your original design. This is the moment everything shifts. Not just around you, but within you. The two messengers have fulfilled their purpose. You have been reminded of who you are. You have been confronted by the call you can no longer deny. And now, beloved, this is the turning point. This is where transformation ignites. Not in the noise, not in the applause, but in the quiet place where your yes meets my will. Let me tell you what's really happening. Everything that once intimidated you is now trembling at your awakening. The darkness that followed you for years, it's losing its grip. The lies that once controlled your identity, they are unraveling under the light of truth. The season of delay that felt like denial, it was actually the groundwork of your divine launching pad. You're not behind. You're right on time. Because now, you're not operating out of desperation. You're moving with divine direction. You're not begging anymore. You're building. You're not asking for signs. You're the sign. You are the one the enemy feared would wake up. You are the one whose survival was never the end, but the beginning of impact. And here's the part most people miss. This glory, this breakthrough, this supernatural alignment you're stepping into, it wasn't just for you. It was for the people watching you. For the ones silently wondering if God could still use someone who had been bruised, buried, and betrayed. For those who thought they had missed their moment. You are the answer to their hidden prayers. Because what heaven is doing in you is meant to overflow into them. So walk boldly now. Let go of the fear that says, what if I fail again? You won't. Why? Because now you're not walking in your strength. You're walking in mine. You're not moving because you feel ready. You're moving because I've called you. And I do not call what I do not equip. There will be resistance. Yes, the enemy doesn't fear people who sing. He fears people who believe. He fears people who move. People who remember. Remember what? That I am with them. That my promises do not return void. That no attack, no delay, no betrayal, no detour can cancel what I have declared. So now, I speak this over you. Arise. Shine, for your light has come. And the glory of the Lord is rising upon you. Not because you are perfect, but because you are positioned. And now that you've surrendered, heaven can flood through you. What comes next will be evidence. Doors will open. People will ask, how did this happen? And you will say, it wasn't me. It was God. You will walk in rooms you once felt too small for. You will speak words that carry the fragrance of heaven. And the very places where you were once broken will become the altars of your greatest impact. So do not turn back. Do not explain yourself to those who never asked how far you've come. Do not shrink to make others comfortable with your obedience. You have been called. You have been commissioned. And now you are being released. This is not the end of the message. This is the beginning of your new life. The story has been rewritten. The pain has been repurposed. And the promise has been activated. You are not late. You are not overlooked. You are not cast aside. You were chosen. And what you feel right now, that trembling in your spirit, that's heaven applauding your obedience. Welcome to your turning point. Walk forward, not as who you were, but as who you truly are.